Myself, Mr. P.J. Patil, lecturer in Sharad Institute of Technology, Polytechnic Adrao. Today, I am going to discuss about cutting force and merchant equation. Earlier, we have understood about the mechanics of metal cutting and types of chips, structure of rack angle, positive rack angle, negative rack angle, importance of positive rack angle and negative rack angle. Okay, here you can find the rack angle is positive. If the tool face is lying on the left side of this normal, then it is a negative rack angle. Okay, so forces acting on the chip. We have considering 2D orthogonal cutting. So here the forces acting will be 2. Okay, that is earlier in the last video we have understood about cutting force. Okay, so like that, frictional force and normal force to the friction. Frictional force is capital F. Okay, normal force is capital N. Shear force is Fs and normal force to shear force is Fn. Okay, so this is the shear plane. Okay, the shear force will act along the shear plane. Okay, so Fn is the normal to the shear plane, that is force acting normal to the shear force. Then the friction is actuating between chip and tool. Okay, so this is the portion. So the frictional force capital F will act along this direction. Okay, and normal to the frictional force is capital N. Okay, so resultant of F, capital F and capital N is R, and resultant of Fs, that is shear force, and normal to shear force is R dash. Now capital F, that is frictional force, normal to frictional force, shear force, normal to shear force, cannot be measured directly. In order to measure these forces, the forces acting on the tool to be measured initially, that are cutting forces and thrust forces, as earlier we have discussed in lathe and 2D machining. Okay, in lathe you may find thrust force and one more axial force. Okay, it is FD, but in 2D orthogonal we are considering only cutting force and thrust force. Okay, so in order to measure that FC, cutting force, okay, cutting force will be in horizontal plane as the tool is progressing towards left side in horizontal direction. So the FC, that is cutting force, will be in horizontal direction pointing towards right side. Okay, and thrust force will be normal to this cutting force as thrust is developing or experiencing by the tool, and resultant of this is R. So resultant force, vector addition of F and N results to R, and for Fs and Fn the resultant is R dash. Okay, so whenever there is a machining, forces acting on the chip must be in balance condition. Okay, so there is a possible conditions which is only one, that is R dash must be equal in magnitude to R, that is R must be equal to R dash. Okay, for that R dash and R will be in opposite directions, and R dash must be collinear with R. Okay, these three conditions will result in balancing the force acting on the chip. Okay, by virtue of which the machining will properly carry out. Now shear stress. Okay, shear stress acting along the shear plane. Okay, so considering this is a shear plane. Now this area, okay, this line, okay, considering this T1 is the thickness of the chip prior to machining. and T2 is the thickness of chip after removal of the material. So this is T1, this is T2. Now this is the plane. Theta is the shear angle, and this is the shear plane, and this is a shear area. Okay, so shear stress, that is stress is equal to force upon area. Force is Fs, shear force, and S is the shear area. How much area of the workpiece is to be removed, okay, that is As. So stress will be depend on force acting and area of shear plane. Now to calculate shear area, As means this rectangular portion, As is equal to T1 W divided by sin theta. Okay, now to calculate this length, okay, area will be this W into this length. Okay, in order to calculate this length, we have to consider this theta angle. Okay, so this is a hypotenuse, right angles is here. So in order to calculate this line, we have considered T1 upon sin theta. Okay, so that will give us the length of this portion, as sin theta is equal to T1 upon hypotenuse. So we need hypotenuse. So equation will be T1 divided by sin theta is equal to hypotenuse. Putting this equation into this, that is width into breadth, W into this value will be W into T1 divided by sin theta, that is area of shear plane. Shear stress effect of higher shear plane angle. Okay, here you may find that there are possibly two conditions for shear plane. Okay, higher shear plane angle means smaller shear plane, which means lower shear force. Okay, higher shear plane angle means smaller shear plane. Now this is the shear angle. Now how much the value of this, greater the value will be lesser the shear plane. Okay, observe in both the figures. In figure A, shear plane is lesser compared to figure B. Okay, which means lower shear force will be required, lower cutting forces will be required, lower power will be required, and less temperature will be generated. Okay, because less energy is going to consume for the shearing. Figure A, higher theta resulting low shear area. B, smaller theta with corresponding larger shear plane area. Note that the rake angle is larger in A, which tends to increase the shear angle according to the Merchant equation. The Merchant equation we will discuss afterwards. Now first understand. First of all, let us understand what the equation means. To determine theta, so what is theta first? Theta is a shear angle. Okay, to determine theta, Eugene Merchant assumed the minimum energy principle. Okay, now what is the minimum energy required? Minimum energy required we can consider from this figure, that higher the theta will leads to lower power, that is lower energy. Okay, so what is the higher value of theta? That is minimum energy condition. So he assumed the minimum energy principle applied in metal cutting, so that the deformation process adjusts itself to the minimum energy condition. Okay, so for that we have to decide theta. Of all the possible angles at which shear deformation can occur, the work material will select a shear plane angle theta that minimizes energy, given by theta is equal to 45 plus alpha divided by 2 minus beta divided by 2. Here alpha is a rake angle and beta is a frictional angle. Okay, to increase shear plane angle, increase the rack angle and reduce the friction angle. Okay, this is the proposal put by Mr. Eugene Merchant. Okay, so let us start with how to draw the Merchant circle. Okay, so Merchant force circle is a method for calculating the various forces involved in the cutting process. Okay, so let us understand again what are the different forces. From this figure we know that Fc is a cutting force, Ft is a thrust force. Okay, and this in this figure Fs is a shear force, Fn is a normal to shear force, F is a frictional force and N is a normal to friction. Okay, alpha is the rack angle, beta is the friction angle. Okay, so Merchant force circle. First of all, we have to set up a XY axis. Okay, consider this is as a X axis and this as a Y axis. Now the origin at the center of the predge, this is origin. The scale should be enough to include both the measured forces. The cutting force is drawn horizontally and the tangential force Ft is drawn vertically. Initially what we have to do is the same figure but just a different kind. This is the origin, this is a tool. Okay, this is a normal, this is a face of tool and this is a angle alpha, that is rack angle. Now this is a horizontal line, this is a vertical line. Considering this x axis, considering this y axis, initially we have to draw cutting force. The vector of cutting force will be horizontal. So first drawn cutting vector horizontally, this Fc. Then tangential force, that is Ft. This is drawn vertically. Okay, now the resultant of these two, that is Fc and Ft, will be R. Okay, so let us draw a line, that is vector R. Now taking the midpoint, okay, considering the midpoint of vector R, that is locate the center of R. Consider this is a center. Okay, considering this center, draw a circle that encloses all the heads and tails of three vectors, that is R, Fc and Ft. Okay, if drawn properly and the forces measured are correct, the all three vectors will touch the circle. That means heads and tails of all three vectors will lie on the circle. Next, draw in cutting tool in the upper right hand quadrant, taking care to draw the correct rack angle alpha from the vertical axis. Now alpha is the rack angle, so this is normal. Draw a line which will indicate the tool face. Okay, that will be angle alpha. Okay, so extend this line. We have drawn angle alpha na? So extend this line up to the circle. Okay, that will be the friction vector. Okay, this is a friction vector and normal to this. Okay, in 90 degree. If you draw a line, it will join to the this point, and this is a normal to friction. A line can now be drawn from the head of the friction vector to the head of resultant vector, or this gives normal vector n. Also add a friction angle beta. this angle beta between vector r and n, that is beta is the angle between r and n, that is resultant and normal to friction. As a side note, recall that any vector can be broken down into components. Therefore, mathematically r is equal to fc plus ft is equal to f plus n, that is balancing. R is equal to r dash, then fc plus ft will be equal to f plus n. Okay, so means fc plus ft is equal to f plus n, as this is r and r dash will be equal and opposite. Okay, now we must use the chip thickness. So we require this for drawing Fs and Fn. Okay, that is shear force and normal to shear force. For that we have to draw Fs vector. Okay, in order to draw Fs vector, that will give us the angle theta, shear angle. Okay, so to draw that, first consider the thickness T1. Okay, T1 is the thickness of chip prior to deformation. So first of all draw T1. Okay, so taking horizontal line, that is line parallel to x axis, and the distance between these two will be T1. Similarly, a line parallel to tool face, okay, here at a distance T2 will give thickness of chip after deformation. Okay, so T1 and T2, we will get these two lines. The intersection of these two, this point and origin, join a line along this direction. Okay, taking origin and this intersection, draw a line. The point at this portion, that is the line cuts the circle at this point. From that, draw a line to the head of resultant. Okay, so we will get two vectors, this is Fs and this is F. Again coming to the point of intersection, this, okay, this is a horizontal line, okay, at a distance T1, that is thickness prior to deformation, and a line parallel to tool face at a distance T2. Okay, so these two lines will intersect at this point. Okay, so draw a line from this point, okay, to this point. This will be the vector. Okay, this will be the vector denoting shear force Fs. Okay, and finally the shear force normal will be the line joining after head of Fs and head of R, that is resultant. So use a scale and protractor which we have initially used for drawing this circle will give all the distance, that is forces and angles. Angles will be the same. So forces we have to again scale it. So this is how the circle will be. This is the chip flowing, this is the uncut machine thickness, this is T1, this is T2, this is the new surface generated, clearance angle, tool, alpha is the rack angle, this is the normal, Fc is the cutting force, Ft is the thrust force, Fs shear force, Fn normal to shear force, F frictional force, N normal to frictional force. Okay, so by measuring the distance we can measure the forces. Okay. Again, relationship of various forces acting on the chip will be with the horizontal and vertical cutting force from merchant circle diagram. Let us understand this diagram. Okay, this is the same diagram as given here. Okay, so here what is the value of F? After naming the points, let us consider O as the origin, this point as A, B, C, D, E and G. Okay, so what is F? F is distance OA. Okay, this distance from this figure extending this line up to this point, and this angle is the alpha, drawing this line at angle alpha. Okay, and taking this as a 90 degree, drawing and joining to point E, we will get this diagram. Also draw one normal from point G to E. Okay, this figure what we will get. So from this, F is OA. This distance is equal to this distance. Okay, so OA is equal to CG plus GB. Okay, distance CB will be CG plus GB. Okay, which is again equal to ED plus GB as CG. CG is equal to ED. So F is equal to OA, OA is equal to CB, CB is equal to CG plus GB, and CG is equal to ED. Okay, so OA becomes ED plus GB. Now what is the value of ED? Okay, considering angle alpha, okay, and value of ED will be FC sin alpha. Okay, ED will be equal to FC sin alpha, and GB, this value GB, okay, is equal to FT cos alpha, as this angle is equal to alpha. Okay, we have to discuss first different angles. We have already drawn this line at an angle alpha. This angle is 90, so this angle will be 90 minus alpha. Okay, so again this angle is 90 minus alpha. Now this line and this line, these two lines are parallel to each other, so this angle and this angle will be similar. Okay, this angle and this angle will be similar as these two lines are parallel, and if you join this point and this point, it will create this angle equals to this angle. So again this is 90 degree, so this angle will be 90 minus alpha. Okay, so if this is 90 minus alpha, then again here this is 90, so this angle will be alpha, as this is 90 minus alpha, this is 90, so this angle will be alpha. So again coming to the equation, ED plus GB. Where is ED? This line ED. Okay, value of this will be FC sin alpha. This is FC. Okay, this is 90 degree, this is hypotenuse, so sin alpha will be ED divided by FC. So ED is equal to FC into sin alpha. Again like GB, this is GB. Okay, we know it is FT. Now taking cos alpha is GB divided by FT. This is 90 degree. So FT is a hypotenuse. Cos alpha is equal to GB divided by FT. So GB is equal to FT into cos alpha. So here comes the equation F is equal to FC sin alpha plus FT cos alpha. Okay. Similarly, we can derive capital N, that is normal to friction. Capital N is equal to AB. AB is equal to OC. Okay. And OC is equal to OD minus CD. OD minus CD will be OC. Okay. So what is CD? CD is GE. Both are having same values. So CD is equal to GE. Okay. So let us find OD and G. Considering this triangle ODE, here we can find cos of alpha is equal to OD divided by FC. So OD is equal to FC into cos alpha. So N is equal to FC cos alpha minus, now let us find G. This is GE. Considering triangle BEG, in this triangle EG is equal to, considering sin alpha is equal to EG divided by FT. So EG is equal to FT sin alpha. This is equation for normal. Okay. So coefficient of friction mu is equal to F upon N is equal to tan beta, where beta is the friction angle. From this we can verify the angle beta. We have already drawn here angle, and we can verify from this equation. Relationship of various forces acting on the chip with horizontal and vertical cutting forces from merchant circle. Now let us consider the forces acting on the chip, that are Fs and Fn. Now similar drawing as we have drawn earlier, but taking the angle theta instead of alpha, where theta is the shear angle, alpha is the rack angle, and theta is the shear angle. So in this case, considering this triangle, okay, Fs is OA. Okay, Fs is equal to OA. So OA will be from triangle OBC, OB minus AB, OB minus AB, and AB is equal to CD. Okay, OB minus CD. So Fs is equal to, value of OB will be, considering this triangle, okay, considering this triangle, value of OB will be cos of theta is equal to OB upon FC. So OB is equal to FC cos theta, okay, minus CD. Considering triangle CDE, here in this triangle, considering sin theta is equal to CD divided by FT. So CD is equal to FT sin theta. Here Fs is equal to FC cos theta minus FT sin theta. So to calculate Fn, okay, Fn means AE. AE is equal to AD plus DE. Okay, AD plus DE. We can get the value of DE directly, that cos theta is equal to DE divided by FT. So DE is equal to FT cos theta. DE is equal to FT cos theta. Now value of AD is equal to BC. From this triangle OBC, BC can be calculated by using sin theta. Sin theta is equal to BC divided by hypotenuse, that is FC. Sin theta is equal to BC divided by FC. So BC is equal to FC sin theta. So Fn is equal to FC sin theta plus Ft cos theta. Okay. Also we can derive that Fn is equal to Fs tan of theta plus beta minus alpha. Okay. We can solve this by using these two equations. Relationship of various forces acting on the chip with the horizontal and vertical cutting forces from Merchant circle diagram are F is equal to Fc sin alpha plus Ft cos alpha, N is equal to Fc cos alpha minus Ft sin alpha, Fs is equal to Fc cos theta minus Ft sin theta, and Fn is equal to Fc sin theta plus Ft cos theta. Thank you.